Hi, you guys. I'm trying to sneak in a reading before the day gets crazy. And the image that came to me was when the surface of the water is like this. And that can be your mind just, or just circumstance. You're just being pulled in every direction. And the idea of just sinking down below the surface to the place that's not so pulled this way and that way by external circumstance or the things you have to do or your own expectations or whatever it is. To go down to the still place. I think we can always locate that. And if we can't, not to worry. I mean, that's the, I think we try so hard to strive after, whether it's achievements of some kind or, let me get through the day without shouting at my kids or, I want to impress this person by my calm or that I won't lose my shit when I'm arguing with somebody or whatever it is. And I think it's really important to just give ourselves a bit of a break. Not to anticipate the worst and not to expect that we can kind of, look, it's not, we're imperfect beings. We don't need to be reminded of that, but even so, there's a core strata that's not affected by the part of the trouble is as nutty as I might feel internally, if I look to the outside world for some kind of stability right now, I used to wake up in the morning and look at the news. I still do it, but so we have to find it below that. I don't know why I keep seeing the, the ruffling of the water on top. And there's a way to access a place that's deeper than that. That's calmer than that. Empress. Card of Divine Feminine, of Gaia energy, the mother of us all. Card of Taurus and Libra. Creation. There's the world in her belly. And interestingly enough, there's what looks like the wave. That roughly water, that. Empress is the pull of the moon, the pull of the tides. Those the forces of nature, not the insanity of this particular strata of humankind that's just, I don't know. I weep for humanity. Knight of Cups. I think that's a loving offer, an overture. Some sort of calming influence, perhaps to or from or to and from Divine Feminine. Because this is the principle of love, Venus. And I think this might be a peace offering of some sort, and not necessarily from a lover. I really feel compelled to say that again and again because I think our focus a lot of the time is so narrow. It's on this one or that particular one that moves my heart. Must be them and nobody else. them and nobody else. May have your heart set on one thing, you know that expression. My heart is set on la 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 la. And hearts are meant to expand, not to pinpoint in that way. My voice is shot this morning, I apologize. 9 of Pentacles. Earth energy. Earth energy. Pentacles energy. Somebody who can take care of themselves, who's true to themselves, who's got their feet on the ground, who's good on their own. Maybe somebody's going to make show you a kindness, or listen, it can be as simple as this. I've been sick, and my sister, who's in town on a vacation, said, I'll come over and make your bed. You know, I'll give you clean sheets. You know, so it can be that kind of a gesture. Seven of Swords. Somebody may be trying to make up for this. Can be a card of deception or betrayal. And I don't think it's this person trying to make up for what they've done. I think they witnessed something. You know, this guy's trying to sneak, a sneak attack of some kind, and I think somebody who loves you witnessed it. So they're coming in to sort of say, you know, I can't make up for what that other person did, but I can, you know, be there for you. Give you clean sheets, make you a sandwich, whatever it is. And it might be you doing that, Divine Feminine. You know, you're stable enough and grounded enough in your own self that you're fully capable of giving without draining yourself. But you may have witnessed something, some kind of injustice. Knight of Swords. I'm going to get one more because, I mean, that's somebody with a message perhaps or something to say. It might be something like, I saw you. Might be calling this person out. You know, you think you got away with it. You think you were sneaky. You think it's sword energy. Temperance. Another major arcana card, this time Sagittarius. Card of balance. Sun, moon, energy, and balance. Also a card of healing. You know, it's possible that you're able, in your divine feminine capacity, to restore balance to somebody who was hurt or betrayed. And maybe something you say and some gesture you make can bring that, you know, significant deep healing to their psyche. Magician, third major arcana. This is a reading about the deep water. You know, the minor arcana is sort of the ruffling on the top, what goes on day to day. Magician is a manifester. Draws on the deep water to bring something into 3D. Virgo, Gemini. And it might be, well, let's clarify if we can a little bit this message or this messenger with something to say. And I'm getting the feeling of somebody who's really lost. Six of Wands. Well, that's a card of accomplishment, of having done something. Wands are do-it energy. Active, purposeful. And this has something to do with, again, the saying of something. There's that microphone there. Might be shining light on something. You know, I saw this go down. It's a card of victory. On Temperance. Oh, wow. We've got a lot of major arcana here. Death card. Death and rebirth. You know, the two sides in balance. The going out and the coming in. The endings and the new beginning. It's like the clearing of the energies, the clearing of the path. Manifesting a new way forward. As there's some kind of major transformation here. I think that, excuse me, something you've said or something that somebody said to you really turned this situation around. You know, something about the spoken word. Some kind of declaration. There's a lot of grounded energy here. Somebody who's very grounded. Has the capacity to give or the grace to receive some kind of help or, let's go a little further. Really, I apologize for this. It's just, I can't be helped. Three in major arcana is Empress. I don't believe it. This is a strength card. Another major arcana card of Leo. You know, I think that this divine feminine, again, is in balance. You know, both the lion and the lamb, both gentle and fierce. Loving and knows how to set a boundary. And sees this, you know, somebody didn't want to be seen and divine feminine saw them. And either saw their, you know, through their trickster energy. And I'm not sure, I get the feeling that this was, she saw through, or he, she, they, doesn't have to be a gender feminine, saw them do somebody else dirt. It's not like she's going to rat this person out. But it might be, you know, somebody hot-footing it, coming in to say, don't let it dim your light. And, you know, this kind of transformation can be underway even when you don't feel it. You know, you don't have to feel in such a dramatic way, oh, it's all changing, I'm made new, I'm transformed. Sometimes it goes on under the surface. This is water energy, Scorpio. A deep sea change, something like that. Nine of Pentacles. Lovers. You know, I keep saying it's not necessarily, and it isn't necessarily about a romantic interest, but it, you know, it might be. It might be a friendship or a small gesture that is transformed into something not bigger, but deeper. Whatever it is, you're not operating from a place of neediness. You're Nine of Pentacles. You're not dependent on the other person for your identity, your Pentacles energy, your sense of self and agency. I don't know, I've been feeling really needy lately. And that's, it's okay. It's okay to lean on the people around you who love you. I'll make you soup. I can't take away your pain, but I can sit with you. And you might be doing that for somebody else. But it's equal give and take. There's something here that's reciprocal. You know, it's Gemini energy. You know it. You know it when you see it. And it's, you know, kind of the inverse of this. This is like sneak energy. This is, we recognize each other energy. We're not the same. We're complementary. On Knight of Cups. The cards are just, yeah. Love over fear. Two of Cups. You know, that's this. That's the 3D expression of this kind of energy, which might have been going on under the surface. And then suddenly there's a gesture where you know, your heart softens. You know this person loves you, or vice versa. The energies can go back and forth. And in this, there's a lot of that, a back and forth business. Sun, moon, yin, yang. But it's a love that sets you free. Free at last, free at last. You may have had to leave, because this can also mean get out of a bad situation by any means possible. Don't talk about it, just go. You know, you're meant for better things. Just do it, Wands energy. Have the strength to do it. You're meant for better things. Even if it means, listen, not even if it means, it may mean, and it may, even if you couple up with somebody, you better have a boatload of this. Independence, grounded in your own life. This isn't a relationship that diminishes you. Don't be fooled. Don't be deceived. You'll know it if it proves to be that kind of a make you feel small relationship. You'll know it. That's kind of the red flag. This is equal. Not same love. I mean, you're very different from this person. This could be the two sides of yourself as well. Some sort of reconciliation between your need to be independent and your need to be connected. Because we all need both. Is that it? One more? Is it this? I'm sorry, I don't know why I laugh, but you know, it's like la-di-da, happily ever after. Well, this is the Devil card, a card of Capricorn. Can be a card of manipulation, but also working hard to free yourself from that kind of a relationship in favor of this kind of a relationship, knowing the difference, that Gemini energy of knowing it, recognition, you'll know it when you see it. You may be manifesting kind of from the ground up, or, you know, using the, being able to call through you know, it's not like, it's being able to tap into that energy of because see, here, this person isn't manipulating. There is something coming right into the palm of their hand, like where you can touch it. So it does come into the 3D. And it may be changing out, having the strength, the fortitude to recognize what holds you back. And that, not change out, but that like make space for. The possibility of some really sweet connection that doesn't compromise your independence, doesn't make you feel small. The Empress is a very expansive energy. Got the whole world in her hands. Is it this? They just keep on coming. 10 of Cups. 2 of Cups, 10 of Cups. I think you might have to work hard to recognize you know, it can be a card of self-deception. But there's discovery here. And kind of, look what I've found. I found you. We found each other. We recognize each other. And that doesn't mean it won't entail hard work. Devil energy, Capricorn energy, hard work to stay grounded, to stay real, to stay in a frame of mind where you don't, because this is a bit like idealized love. I think there's an instruction here to understand that even in the best relationships, these 2 of Cups relationships, 10 of Cups relationships, are hard work. And there's something here about holding your own, having the strength and the courage not to cling too hard to some idealized love. Is it this? Is it this? 9 of Cups. I'm sorry, 9 of Swords. That can be a card of anxiety, of disbelief, of worry, you know, of the mind. That's the ruffled water, the mind that can't settle. So if you're hanging on so tight to some idealized love that it puts you in a kind of panicky mode, try to somehow find, by delving deep. Delving? The transformation is on its way. You may not feel it. Water energy, you may not feel it yet, or not feel it in a dramatic way, but it's working inside of you, you know, beneath the waters. Is that it? Hey, let me know, you know, if this makes sense to you. And I just wanted to say too, I'd been away from the channel a long time, not even really able to look at, you know, I'd occasionally check in, and there were so many comments I hadn't answered. I just was scrolling through it, thinking, I mean, it was kind of overwhelming. In a good way. You know, overwhelm means when the wave washes over you. The whelm is the wave. So if I don't answer a comment, or if I seem a little checked out, I think about you guys a lot. And I believe we're there for each other in some wonderful, below the surface way. And that we can calm each other down. You know, we might think 9 of Swords speaks to the self, as does 9 of Pentacles. This is like, I think I'm alone. I think there's nothing I can do. I think it keeps me up at night. It's some kind of attachment to an idealized love. And the real thing, the real McCoy, is there and available to us. But not in the way of it's like it's only one person, or it's the person I think it is. If it doesn't work out with this person, my life is screwed. Any love that makes you feel that way is you should take a closer look at. And then maybe get out of Dodge. I'm not sure. Rely on your own intuition. You're strong enough to do this. We have on the board Capricorn in the Devil, Leo in the Strength card, Virgo, Gemini in the Magician, Libra, Taurus in Empress, Gemini in the Lovers, Scorpio in the Death card, Sagittarius in Temperance. And I name the signs, but this is not exclusively for those signs. Not at all. Those are the energies at work, and there's so many major arcana here. This is transformation on the deep level. And it might be from something like from dependency to independence. And that's what opens the heart for both people. I'll try to check back in sooner. It's a challenge for me, but a delight too to be here with y'all. I love you. I'll see you soon.